assist in coordination of work done by auditors of a component and expert. Component means your subsidiary, right? Associates, whatever it is. So experts and the auditors of another subsidiary, you can coordinate their work if you make proper planning. So these are, in broader terms, the benefits of making proper plan. What is the effective date of this IAS 300 which we are talking about right now? This is effective for the audit of the financial statements beginning on or after 15th of December 2009. Right? If you want to adopt this before that date, you can. There's no harm in it. There's no harm in it. You can adopt it earlier. If you compare the 300, the previous one and this one, there's no major change in this. There are certain clarifications are there. So you can consider this as effective for this year's audit which you are going to carry out. So this was an overview of the planning. Now let's go into the details of the audit plan. What is the objective of the planning? The planning objective is to carry out the audit in an effective and efficient manner. Right? It is easier said than done. How can we achieve that efficiency or effectiveness? Let's see the details. See, if you want to have effective planning, then there are certain requirements you have to follow. If those requirements are properly followed in word and spirit, then probably your planning will be very, very effective. And the requirements are as follows. Number one, engagement partners should be involved in the planning process. Engagement partner should be involved in planning process. Also, the key members of the engagement team should also be involved. It means from top, people in the engagement team from the top should be involved in planning, right? Not only involved in planning, but they should also have discussion with the other engagement team, right? If you do that, what will be the benefit? The benefit are twofold. The first one is when top people are involved in the planning, their expertise put to work, right? Their expense, you can draw their experience into the planning, right? And the second is the enhanced effectiveness and efficiency of planning process. Because they are involved in the process of planning, they have got an experience, they will guide you properly how to plan it. If they are not there, and if it is left on the staff member, they will do the way they want to, right? And by trial and error they will learn. One day they will be experienced. So instead of having the long route, why not take the advantage of the people who are more experienced in your engagement team? Clear? Any question? Yes, it is. We'll come to that as well, but it is included there. Engagement team includes control review. In-house, not ICAP. Okay, perform audit plan. If you say we are performing the planning, what steps are involved in it? What steps are involved in it? The first step is establish the overall audit strategy. जब strategy बनेगी तब audit plan बनेगा. The first thing you have to decide what will be the strategy. Perform engagement team discussions. Second part. Third part is classify entities use of computers. Computers में देखना है कि minor involvement है या dominant है significant है, insignificant है, and based on that you will find out whether the expert on the computer is required or not. See? And then assess risk at potential error level. This is the area where we are going to concentrate a little bit, right? And after having the risk identified, develop the audit plan and prepare audit planning memorandum. Clear? Now, how to assess risk at potential error level? That is an area where you have to spend more time while making the plan. That is, assess risk at potential error level. How do you identify risks? The first one is understand the entity and its environment. Entity को understand करना है, उसके environment पे काम कर रहा है, वो भी देखना पड़ेगा. That will give you insight of the entity and that will help you in making plans. The second one is understand the entity's accounting process. Accounting process, transaction किस तरह से process करते हैं, that you have to understand because there the complexities arises. अगर transaction काफी complex है, जैसे आजकल fair value, IS 39, fair value is the hot topic these days. If they are involved into it, fair value, then you have to know the environment under what circumstances they are going to value it, what sort of a business they are in, whether IS 39 is applicable, fair value will be applicable or not. All these things you have to understand when you understand the entity and its environment and accounting process. Understand internal control. When you are working as an auditor, you can take the advantage of the internal audit, internal control, right? If you understand the internal control and if you are satisfied and if you made certain test checks on that, then you can rely on that as well. So it is important to understand the internal control of the entity you are going to audit. Then we got perform preliminary annual review. When you look at the balance sheet, profit and loss account and other statements, right? And if you make the analysis, right, it will give you an area where you have to look for certain explanations. Not necessarily that where the difference is very high, it means there is a problem. Not necessarily. When you look into it and if there are the differences, you try to analyze it, get the explanation for that, and if you are satisfied, fair enough. If you are not satisfied, then dig into it further, right? So analysis will help you a lot to identify the area where you have to draw your attention. Then based on that, you will come up to the risk of various areas in the accounting cycles of the entity. Then based on that, you have to determine your planning materiality. What is planning materiality? Planning materiality is acceptable level of error, right? You know, the auditor's report, it says it does not give the absolute assurance, it gives reasonable assurance. It means it is not 100% certified. There may be chances of some error, and that chances is the materiality level. If the error is within that limit, you can live with it. If it is more than that, then you are responsible for it. Clear? And based on that, you have to chalk out detailed audit plan. Right? This is the process of making audit plan. Now, how to make audit strategy? Audit strategy बनाने के लिए क्या करेंगे? What steps we have to carry out? देखिए, आपको पहले ये समझना होगा कि what is the scope of your audit. Strategy बनाने के लिए there are three things. One is to set the scope. Second thing is timing, and third is the direction. Scope को determine करना हो, so you have to understand the characteristics of the engagement, right? And we'll further look into it. What does it mean? Characteristics of engagement. Timing, reporting objective क्या आपके? What are the objectives of your reporting? आपको members को report करना है, किस period तक करना है? As you know that we have to conduct the AGM within